YouTube, because sometimes we forget to go live on YouTube, and that is a problem, because that's where all the people are. Welcome Twitch, welcome TikTok, welcome everybody in between. It's just Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. All those lovely people here and there. Wow, our jersey really does blend in with the background. You would think the green wouldn't really do it, but it gets it going. Gets the people going. Alrighty, hello, I'm back. It's been a minute since we strummed. It's probably not a great time to be streaming, but that's okay. I have probably a couple more hours on this save, and then maybe we'll be finally done. Let's transition over there. I don't think our chat is working as it's intended, but that's okay. That's okay. So we are 86 years into this save. We've been playing offline. We are trying to form the smallest Burgundian empire possible. Do you need this county? Probably do, but whatever. We recently had some setbacks. We're a 30-year-old who is incestuous somehow. I don't know how we got that title, but that's how this has happened. We started out as a custom character. Can I show you lineage? Started out as a custom character, King Martin the Pilgrim. He got a lot of bad diseases actually at the end. Turned out to be a man easily killed. Camera, can you just stop moving? That'd be great. Okay, cool. And then we were his son, who died young, 58. And then now we're playing as his son. Right now, the goal is to conquer all of the territories needed to form the Roman Empire, minus Cyprus, and form a custom empire. And that should be good. We are in a bit of a setback point, but hopefully the AI gives us an opportunity to get back on our feet. We need to get Tunis back, we need to get Latium back, and we need to get Augsburg back, as well as Ducligia. The Byzantines are also not having a good time, which is good for us. We need to focus in on getting sanction loopholes, and we also need to get a bunch of piety. So however we can facilitate those things, we're going to do that. First, I think we're going to do a lovely funeral for our recently passed family members, and then from there things will hopefully go smoothly. Probably not, but you know, a boy can dream. We're at least in fine health. Do we have a good physician? We have no physician. Sorry. Let's go hire a physician. Bruce is here. We might get Bruce Cam on. Great stuff. Great stuff. Where is it? I hate this guy. He's got the withering mind. Good. Hopefully he dies with a withered mind before I have a chance to get him. Let's go physician. Let's go caravan master. Let's go wet nurse. Do we have children? We just have our brother who is betrothed to this lady, who is, as soon as this guy dies, we're moving on. I think that would be the move for us to be smart with it, but we'll see. Welcome into YouTube. Can I get a check on YouTube or Twitch to see that chat is still working on our third party software? I tested it earlier and it says it was working, but you know, you always got to double check to make sure everything's still Gucci. Is this really? Oh, suzerain. That's why. We could pay 320 gold for Clara, or I'm gonna go out on a limb here and just invite her for free. Love that little workaround. Glad that it still works around. 320. No, see, Clara's gonna show up at court. These people are all cost us money. We can do the same business, just invite them again, and it won't stress us out. Sometimes they disappear like that. Other times they just get Jesus. Which one is the one who pays more? And then we invite this one. Sometimes they just disappear without a trace, and then sometimes they do stick around and become a part of your realm. The thing is, it's kind of a gamble. Okay, let's get that guy. Let's get a personal. Let's get this person. Let's get a royal architect. We have the money, so let's just get in there. This guy wants us. This guy who rebelled against us is instantly like, what if I become your vassal? And I'll be like, dog, why did you rebel in the first place? If you were just gonna come crawling back to me. Who knows? Who knows why? But I don't know how long until this debuff was fought for an independence against you. As soon as this guy dies, we can go after him and suzerain him. This guy's also being suzerained. The AI sometimes makes the wildest decisions. It's just like, we want peace, but now we want to be brought back into the fold. If this guy also bends the knee as suzerain again, I'm going to lose my mind. Thought PewDiePie was playing CK3 for a second. Do I look Swedish? We're trying to take over all of the Byzantine territories. It would make no sense to switch over to the Byzantines. Also, we're playing on Iron Man mode, so there is no switching. This lady, sure. I mean, we should marry our brother off. Is there any other of our siblings we need to be betrothing? Ooh, is this one matrilineally? Yeah, it is. Why is King of Wales? Interesting. Interesting. Well, that's fine. Let's go ahead and build some stuff in our palacios. Upgrade some of our things. No longer overwhelmed with stress. Except for we're still going to be overwhelmed with stress. I need this guy to start liking us so he can start paying us even more cash, as you saw. We can look and see how much money he's bringing in. He could bring in 16 gold. It really sucks that he wasn't giving us more gold earlier, but... How much do you actually keep track of the hundreds of relationships and fan members in CK3? I really only keep track of my own, like, immediate family. Everybody else get fucked. I swear midway I just lose track and give up. I mean, really the only people I care about is my direct heirs and stuff like that. Sky Guy, welcome in. How you doing? If this guy bends the knee, I'm gonna be so pissed. 150 reasons. Do we even need legitimacy? I think we're at our legitimacy peak. We just need piety. We're here to pump piety into our veins. Just shoot up piety so that we can use it to get some sanctioned loopholes and shit. That's really what we're trying to do here. But we've stabilized the realm. And unfortunately, it looks like the Pope is back. Well, at least we can take Rome back, I guess. Game name is Crusader Kings 3. He does have a lot of troops and he does have a lot of money, but he only holds Rome. So I think we can go after him. It's going to cost us piety, unfortunately. All that piety we just gained, we're about to lose it back. Yeah, it will. Let's declare. And then let's raise our troops up behind here. The Pope is going to cheat. You hate to see it. He's already murking up significantly. But hopefully he has no good commander. Right now he doesn't have a great commander, which is awesome. I don't know who these people are. Sure. Yo, excited for the new trade upcoming out later this year? Yeah. I actually got flown out to Sweden to meet some of the devs and experience some of the or at least talk about they don't have the content made yet. Oh, maybe you shouldn't have said that part, but they've yet to pump out more than just some like concepts and stuff like that. Let's get some horsies. Horsies for sure. Bliss, welcome in. How was Sweden? Sweden was good. It's kind of the first city that I've ever been to where I was like, it was very cool and very fun, but at the same time, I also wasn't like, unless I was getting paid or my trip was being paid there, I don't think I would have visited. Like I would, if I had friends there, I might have been more interested, but because it was just like kind of a work trip, I wasn't as enthralled with the city. What's in the Roams is you doing? I'm trying to form Rome, but little small, little guy. Right now we are slowly just devouring old Rome. And fuck ass bullshit. Why did you bend the knee to them? That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's call in these guys. Did you eat anything notable? Bland food. Swedish food is very bland. We did have Korean barbecue one of the nights, which I've had hundreds of times here in the States, but it was good. Probably gonna get excommunicated by the Pope for doing this, but whatever. Yeah. Old Rome was one fucking ass bullshit. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Why is he on my dick like this? Can I arrange a marriage between my nephew and somebody in his household? No. Can I forgive his hook? That's something you can do as a compassionate person, right? Am I misremembering that? Maybe I am misremembering that. Yeah. Funny, the most flavored food you ate in Sweden is in Swedish. Yeah. I think it's my favorite takeout food. Last week I was able to try 3 different cheesesteaks. Damn. I mean, that seems like the most PA thing to ever say, but you know. Here we are. Is he about to rock our shit? No, we're about to rock their shit. You love to see rocking their shit. The Papal War Banner. Well, we can give that banner back to the Pope and maybe he'll be less mad at us. This lady is pissed because she's about to die, but that's okay. These guys are mad. What are they all mad about? Greedy recently communicated. we gotta fix that real quick. This guy's crossing the river. We're stomping on their feet again. And let's just assault. Oh, let's stop assaulting. How are you able to regain that quickly? Well, doesn't matter. Our allies are here. And then we stomped the yard with your face. Go birds. Indeed. How's the off-season going for Philly? I don't really keep up to date with all this stuff. Where is this cuck? Let's gift him his mace back. Let's only give him an 8. Whereas if we gave him this... How much were if we seeked indulgence? Jesus Christ, 100? Okay. I guess we're gonna live with being excommunicated. That's just the cross we have to bear. Sounds like a war crime. Probably is a war crime. I didn't have pizza. Surprisingly enough, didn't factor into our plans pizza. We did go to an Italian place, but most everybody ordered steak and I ordered pasta like a ninny. What do you think of the more interactive vassal mode? I think it's fine. I don't think it's that crazy. Bruce, Stop flicking your tail in our faces. Nobody wants to see that. Oh, is Firebot set up? Hold up. I gotta set that up. Bruce, come on. We do it for you, but not when you're putting your butt in our face. Sorry. We gotta get this going. Activate that. There we go. Okay. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Alright, Firebot is set up now. I can do this. Okay, it is set. It is indeed set up. Let's go ahead and offer religious exemption on this person. They could stay. Is that? No, that's Hungary. So we didn't actually need that part. That's alright though. You can join wars for these people. I don't really plan on doing that. That noob, thank you for the lurk. Yeah, I tried it. It ruins the game more than it adds in more detail. Sometimes it do be like that, unfortunately. We're looking for people who give us more piety. Unfortunately for us, we're just gonna have to hope that piety comes out of the woodworks. Let's go on a pilgrimage. What is the best place? We should go to Jerusalem, right? Isn't there a bunch of 1,000 gold? Distance costs. Fuck me. Okay, well, why don't we go to let's go to Vatiquino first. And then we'll shift click all the things. Cool. That's good. We want a little bit more piety. Let's do this. What is this person mad at? Can't wait. It's gonna be great. Yeah, cool beans. It's just like Spiffs, where, or not Spiffs. Spiff is somebody completely different. The Spuds, where you have to be of a certain standing to have it, but you can make your own thing. You just have to have enough points. Yeah, very cool. I thought so. This lady's got the plague, and she's also kind of being mean to me. This lady, the Bosnian, why do they all have a hate boner for me? Is it because of the... Is the excommunication, recently excommunicated, high taxes, greed, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Can we up this yet? Not until 1172. If I redeem it, can I get a bruh sound? Bruh. Yeah, sure. Do you have enough points? That's pretty lit if you do. Bruce. You need to get out of here. I'm a few thousand away. Nice. Exactly, like Bliss is showing you. That's good. I don't really want to fight this war. What's the best way? We can gift them... Is there any titles that we just have? There's got to be a title or two that we haven't created within the Empire. No, I think we might have created everything now. So we can't just give it away. I was waiting to be able to revoke titles from people in my prison. For example, this lady. You have a truce? How much longer on this truce? 6 months. Okay, so 6 months we can get rid of it. Copycat League's stealing that from Spudsy. I mean, it's great. I doubled watching Kevin in Eurovision Songs Contest. Damn. How is Eurovision this year? I heard a bunch of people pulled out because of Israel. Is it affecting the performances, or are Eurovision going as usual? Let's grab this guy. Not stealing his thunder. I mean, he just makes really good ideas that are easily stolen. You know? Don't you know? Experimental, no. High armor. I think we do need a high armor because that gives us the ability to get more piety in a time where we need more piety, especially because we're excommunicated. Will this guy? Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. But yeah, Sweden was nice. We saw the Vasa. For those who don't know what the Vasa is, it's a boat that was once sunk and now was unsunk. What do you call? There's got to be a word for unsinking a boat. Reanimating a boat. I guess. I guess it's not reanimated. It's just like backing around. It's been held in Vienna. Israel has strong contender. Bulgaria is in tight lead after that. My question is, how are the people selected to get to that level? Is there like a regional tournament in each country, and then from there they're like, these guys go on to be the ones who are in charge of this? Or how does that exactly work? All right, if we sent this person a gift, it would stress us the frick out, but they might go away. This whole thing might go away. Let's give it to this person because we could have also switched our wife over to help us with that. But a little stress ain't gonna kill us. It might actually kill us, but. All right, so that person should leave and that would reduce it all the way down, if I'm not mistaken. Every candidate has their own competition, their own candidate. I see. Resurfacing, I guess, is the best way of saying it. No. That's fine. The more the merrier. By God, the refreshings after the long day of sweating and toiling on the road. I raise a cup and shout, toast to my friend Pierre, health for suggesting such a fine respite after today's journey. Nah, dog, another round. Fuck it up, let's go. With a crash and more splintering than I care to count, we tumble through the floor into the wine cellar, bravely adventuring where few men have gone. All of our fellow merrymakers stare down at us from the main floor with mixed emotions. Eager reveler gets more things. Life of the party. You tap a newly unearthed cask. Sure. We have to pay for things? Become best homies? Either way, we're not paying for that. Gotta go. We need our money from our Pope. Small Rome. Laffy, welcome in. How are you doing? I need this old man to die so I can stop being pillaged by his bullshit behavior. Not paying this guy. There we go. So now we're back to making more money. Tribute has been invalidated. We're on the verge of stressing ourselves out again. But we are gaining learning at a pretty good grip of time. Probably should hold a thing. Enter their tent? Sure. What's in the tent, bro? Become a wise man? Would love to. If you let me to do that. Did I become a wise man? It looks like the answer is no. That's all right, though. All right. We're on the pilgrimage. Rome isn't, or the Pope is not here, right? Oh, you did gain the trait, wise man. Good. Pope has been excommunicated. Where do you think the Pope lives when in the game? Oh, thank God there's a new Pope. Can I ask him for... Yeah, I'll lose a level of fame. This is actually kind of a good time to lose a level of fame because we're about to get it back. I know that we're going to have to burn a lot. Well, actually, yeah. We're going to have to burn a lot more stuff to get that fame back up, but that's okay. We need to get more prestige per month. And then, Master of Hunts. The other day, both of my grandkids at the age of 7, 10 both had wise man traits. How the wise could they actually be at that age? I mean, pretty wise if they got the trait. Clearly they know ball. Which is quite something. I'm surprised the Byzantines have maintained authority. This is like a reverse Ottoman situation where they've been kicked out of the lands. Did we end our pilgrimage without my realizing it? Well, that was a mistake. Yeah. What did I just do? How did I just end that pilgrimage without getting a piety? Is it because I said I no longer want to be excommunicated? Is that what ended it? Whatever, man. That's kind of how this run's been going. It's kind of me just being bad. And hoping that it gets good. Okay, so now this guy likes us. So now we're making our full monies. Unfortunately for us, we're gonna have to get it back soon. This guy won't take a vassalization. These guys, we can attack the lovely dudes, but the thing is, we can't push claims for stuff all at once because it's not technically our claim. So we have to get our claim, and we need 500 piety for each one of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Jeez, criminy. What's 20 times 500? Because we need so much piety to be able to buy all the things. Does it let us go on a pilgrimage? 10,000 piety. The best way to do that. Can we go back? I guess we could go back because it canceled our pilgrimage. It's kind of expensive to do it again, but let's go to Cologne this time and do that, and then let's customize the route. We'll go here and then here and then here and then there, and then hit those 2 spaces. And then even before that, or even before this, we'll go here. And then on the way back, we go Cologne into here and there and there. And then we'll get a higher guard to go a little bit quicker. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, we need a lot. We need a lot of piety. And the best way to get it is through these events and wow, that was an unlucky pull. Through these events, and then also fighting heathens, really, and us leading the forces. That would be a good way to get a piety. But I guess we could also just do multiple wars. We don't need to do it all in one go, even though I want to do it all in one go. Creating, I guess, the other thing we could do is create sites, temple sites in our provinces. I think that also helps us. So like if we wanted to build another temple here and another temple here, that gives us 500, which isn't a lot for how much gold is being put down. Not a lot of piety. We could also seek indulgences. That also gives us piety, but kind of sucks. Kind of a shitty way to do it, but thank you to everybody on Twitch, on YouTube, on TikTok. I hope you're all doing fine this Saturday afternoon. Yeah, we're not going to get as nearly as much. I think we're only going to get like a couple hundred. But that's all right. Monthly piety? That'd be good. Infinite, welcome back. How do you feel about the stewardship nerf? I don't like it. It makes me mad, but I mean, it also, I feel like I think stewardship is still good, but I don't think it's as powerful as it once was, especially with domain being tied to more of the education traits. Going to college looks so much more interesting and better than it was. Yeah, we only got a couple hundred, which sucks. How are you doing, mate? I'm good. I'm good. Being harassed by my cat right now because he's really interested in what we're cooking up here. Cooking in a crock pot, as they say. Right, Bruce? Who's this guy who's pinned? He died so long ago. Does not matter. Latium still has that debuff, right? How much longer till... Is it until the truce goes away? Speaking of truces, this fucking lady. I'm taking Tuscany away from her. Thank you. And then... her inheritor is this person. Which, to be honest, can we request excommunication on this lady? It's 500 piety. I'm not interested, Bruce. Get out of here. Are you gonna sit down or are you just gonna do that? Dumb question. Any tips for Roads to Power mechanics? Because I'm still starting to get into it as I have the DLC. Yeah. Invest heavily in your domicile, especially when it comes to influence, because influence is super important within the administrative government type form. If you are within the Byzantine Empire, you can't do a dissolution war, which is kind of annoying, but also kind of helpful if you are the emperor himself, so you don't have to deal with any of that nonsense. Let's deal with that. Give that guy all that. What else? Yeah, let's follow the duck. We should not have followed the duck. I mean, administrative government is pretty OP if you want to have a very stable time. And oh, another one is if you are playing as a vassal to the Byzantine Emperor, he will almost always change your tem for you, which is really annoying. So be on the lookout of what your tem is doing. Never follow the duck. Sometimes the duck gives you good stuff though. Cooking on a crock pot crock. All right. How old are we now? 33. How long until we get sanction loopholes? Another 2 years or so? Can we do return Rome? How much money does that give? It gives 250 piety, which is not really that good. Bosun had a son. Let's go ahead and educate him as our own son. I love this kid. We're making quite a bit of gold. Let us go and upgrade what we can. This is the old method of clicking around. There are much better methods. I don't follow them, so don't mimic what I'm doing because it's dumb sometimes. How long until we can upgrade this? We need to upgrade the keep first. So in a couple months. We can isolate the capital because there's always plagues. There's always fucking plagues. Submit to suzerain? Sure, Austria. I'll take your cash for free. There's a dangerous faction forming. This lady's got a hard on for us. Weren't you supposed to die from the Great Pox? Seeming like she's not willing to do that. Well, unfortunate. Would like to have the additional tax benefits, but unfortunately we don't get them. I don't care. Looks like the Seljuks are taking Pontus, which actually is really good for us. The more the Seljuks take, the easier it is for us to get it back. We're gonna wait until the attack into Georgia just because I don't really want to deal with all the Georgian bullshit. Spare no expense for the disease recovery, even though there was barely any diseases. And submit to suzerain. Let's go ahead and do a funeral again. Can we do one in 9 months? Okay. What is the other way we can get some piety? Does Grand Tours give piety? It's mostly prestige, right? And it makes everybody like us more. The Khan's coronation. I don't really want to do that. We could do a university visit. Let's go this one. We need much more money. We're also in the middle of a war, or a potential war. Can we get some quick cash? Still have the dildo? Yep. Dildo is still in hand. Good, 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 good. Always need the wooden phallus, just in case. You know, keep that thing on you, as they say. We own the Papal Tiara, which is also fantastic. Isolate again. Lady. I guess we could have probably have given them a title of Tuscany. That one lady in our prison. I would love to let her out, but she also is... I would also love to execute her. It is considered bad form to execute her. I'm concerned that upon her death, her son would inherit lands. Can I revoke more titles? Is that considered a faux pas? I'm gonna revoke more titles. Jesus, it is raining cats and dogs right now. Wow, it is a lot of rain coming in. I like doing this where you give land to somebody. What's going on? This temple can only be granted a faith of the... Oh, okay. Let's grant her this, and then give the other guy who's mad at us some land. Well, is Ravenna important? Romagna is important, so we can't really actually give that away. Let's grab it to a local Italian, and then we'll go grant. Oh, we can make it Amelia though. And we can grant it to this guy. Sure. Okay. Good times. Good times all around. How much longer until this? 6 months? Are you still mad? These guys are still mad. We can grant this guy a pardon, so he'll stop being mad at us. We could also send this person some gold, and they'll stop being mad at us. We can also do another dynastic thing. Let's do that. We're also going to snooze this and wait a little bit longer. To be honest, I don't give a shit about the hostage situation. So now another guy has joined the independence faction. Genoa. How about we send you... we already buttered you up. We could send this person some gold. Sure. That should fix that. What is the other thing that would probably help us out most? Learning on the job. This guy leaves prison. This people are getting married. Sure. That's fine. There is a compromised status quo. Interesting. What a gross map. What a gross map. Castile, Toledo. Ugh. France has got action in here too. What the fuck? At one point, Hungary was run by us, one of our family members. It has now since lost that. What is this county doing? They're helping against the attacking of the Byzantines down here, I see. Soljux, have you won this war, or are you still pissing? Still pissing. Okay, what about a faith thing? What would that give us? It's not gonna give us a bunch of piety, is it? That's the dumb thing, is it doesn't really give you piety. It does give you the ability to do another holy war, which I guess is good, but also could be better. I clicked on this video to see the smallest Rome, but it's still pretty big to me. It is still pretty big. We're in the like trying to grok out what big Rome looks like. So what we're trying to do is take over all of Rome and Byzantium. Notebook, welcome back. Thank you for the 4 months resub. How you doing today? Hope you're doing better since last we chatted. So yeah, what we're trying to do is essentially grab all the territory that is the Byzantine Empire, except for Cyprus, create all the kingdoms, and then create a custom kingdom, which would essentially eclipse their claims on all that land, making Cyprus technically the only land in the Roman Empire still. And then we have to do some convoluted shit. Big Roman Christian Minecraft server. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Why don't we go to school? Getting another title or another university education would be nice. Let's go to tier down one. And then hopefully from there, either we get a couple perk points or we live it up big. Michael, welcome in. How you doing? We're gonna study hard. To be honest, I don't actually know what the other... You tend to experience life of a student outside the walls of the university. I don't think I've ever actually gone down that path to really understand what the difference is. Once they introduced that mechanic, I was kind of like, whatever. I know that's stupid to say of me, but yeah. Student loans who? Exactly. No more student loans for anybody. Everybody, I'm paying off your student loans in Crusader Kings 3. Paradox, can you make a custom character of me in the game who just starts off with a shit ton of money, and then I use that money to pay off university visits for people? Please and thank yous. That would be most appreciated if you could make me do that. Very quickly had to specify. Dude, you think how much money do you think I'm putting down monthly? I'm just gonna say it's hundreds of dollars. It's not thousands of dollars. Like, if we cobbled together everything, it's hundreds of dollars we're doing here. And thanks to your donation of resub for another month, we are able to feed Bruce another month. That's not true. We can feed Bruce without any problems. We do finally have divine rights, which is good. It allows us to now press other people's claims. So say we had some guy who had a bunch of children, for example, with all the claims on all the lands that we would need somehow, some way. Like maybe this boy, we could somehow have him come to our court or something like that. Or this daughter. Yeah. Feed Bruce. Hashtag feed Bruce. Yeah. He has to eat wet food and dry food, and that gets expensive. For who? Not me. It's not expensive for me. But sometimes it gets expensive. Why can't I vassalize this guy? The truces are up, so I would love to have him back under my thumb. Bruce, you're killing me with this. Also, this guy's bending the knee again. All the guys who said, no, I don't want to be a part of the realm anymore, have now submit to my suzerain, which just goes to show how much the AI hates me. They broke free earlier just to spite me, and now are back being like, you know what? It wasn't so bad. Come crawling back to this relationship, which is fine. We did upgrade our education trait, so now we have one more domain, which is perfect. We also got a couple perk points that we can now put into here, and then go down here. So that's great. With loophole happening like that, we can now once again... Oh, this is so annoying. The fact that we gave all this land to him really kind of fucking blows. Instead we have to fight like multiple conflicts. Oh. No, we don't actually have to fight multiple. What the fuck? Is that because of what we did? Okay, so that's huge. That's huge. So we're just gonna take this part back from them, and then when this old man eventually dies, we can do something about that. Let's call our allies in. 1, 2, and then we're gonna raise up our armies. Where is the Byzantine's capital? It's over here. So we could land here and go after Mr. Byzantine himself, Mr. Basilicus, Mr. Man. Food is fine when they get a little poorly and the vet bill costs more than a car. I mean, the thing is, we have pet insurance. We learned really quickly that Bruce requires pet insurance. Why? Homeboy eats socks. Oh, that's a look. That's a look. I love that look. Snake at court. These boys be sleeping together. Yeah, I need this guy to just split up this land. I should have split this land better. That future Kevin really, past Kevin really likes screwing over future Kevin. I had pet insurance and they were like, nah, we ain't paying that. Yeah, I mean, pet insurance is better than human insurance, at least. For the most part, they're pretty acquiescent to whatever we have. But they do still have pre-existing conditions. Oh my god, you're an adulterer with this fucking guy? Everyone will know. I'm going to put your ass in jail. So, actually, I'm just gonna divorce her, you. Get the fuck out of here. Be gone, woman. And then find a hot new honey to birth heirs with. Son of skills. This is our niece. We're gonna do a grand wedding. She's got what? 17, 13, 15, 8, 20. That's huge. We're gonna go ahead and host an event. It's gonna be the gangbuster events of the year. 548 gold is enough, I think. Let's land here. Why is Israel even involved? Last time I checked, they're in the... Are countries like Turkey allowed him? Oh, he's on the road. Where is he on the road from? Commanding an army in... Wow, the game just snitched so hard on him. He just got snitched on, bro. Okay. We'll take the capital, and then hopefully that will be good. I'm going to run a quick ad. I'm also going to use the restroom, so I'll be back in just a second. Has that been on this whole time? Did nobody say, hey, Kevin, why is that camera on? Whatever. They love you. No, no capitals. Computer. All right, has it been an hour? It's been 53 minutes. That's close enough to an hour. What have we done this last hour in this? We went to... Needed to get more piety. All Members who rebelled, bent the knee, or suzerained again, except for one university visit. We did not storm the Capitol. Did not. Unlike Jillian, who is a J6er, we did not. That's gonna need some context. That's gonna need more context than me just saying that. Jillian's birthday is January 6th, and we joke with her that she's a J6er all the time. She doesn't like it, but we think it's funny. I mean, I think she's come around on the joke a little bit. She doesn't love that we bring it up all the time, but you know, it's one of those jokes where it's like, it's just kind of too good to not let be utilized. But yeah, J6er all day. This guy really wants to be our friend. The wedding's happening, right? Yeah, the wedding is happening. Okay. Let's split our army and let them chill for now. I have a sneaking suspicion they're gonna come back up. This lady's trying to seduce us. I'm not interested in seduction. There is some troops that I would like to go smack upside the head to get free resources. Boom, bang. Bang, bing. Peasants. We don't mind the peasants being here. May the peasants be here. We love the peasants. If the peasants aren't here, who are the peasants? This is our bishop, right? I kind of need him to be liking us, right? Imagine just being at your birthday party and finding out people were attempting a coup. I mean, 9/11 happened 7 days before my birthday. So, I mean, not the same, but kind of similar vein. King Carlos is having a bad time. But at least we're farming his fame. Let's go here. There's another betrothal we're not interested in. How is the rest of the map doing? Song is doing fine. They've lost some of their things to the south. Dolly is big and scary. Big and scary. How long until this man kicks the bucket? I do. Great. Still losing mental stuff. Why don't we keep sieging down lands around the capital? Because I have a feeling does he own any of these lands? No, he owns all of this land. So yeah, it is going to give us a bonus. Really need my allies to take some land over here so the ticking bonus goes into our pocket instead of theirs. Okay, Bulgaria won Eurovision and Israel was the runner-up. It's over. Oh wow, today was like the decider. I didn't realize that. Let's get these armies back together. It's kind of lit. How strong do you think the commander of these armies is? Let's see. We got a 20, we got a 29, and what is this one? 17. Yeah, I don't like those numbers. Those are not fun numbers. I need like much lower numbered. This guy's tribute is dead. So that means we can offer vassalization to this guy. He's interested. Great. It was the final tonight. Oh, damn. Crazy. Crazy. We could get a lucky lock. Seems like a kind of a shitty gift. Increased fertility? Sure. We could do ducal claim, and we can do what's the one that gives us more piety? These ones down here. Surprisingly not a good amount of piety though. Okay, we're at 60. Let's go back here. This is the first time in a while where I've seen the AI like completely ignore what I'm doing and go actually after the war goal. Usually it's not like that. Sure. Sure. Great. Happy wedding here. Here's some of my hair. Yeah, that's kind of a weird gift in the sense that it's also kind of just creepy. I don't know if you guys find hair creepy, especially from somebody you're tying the knot with, but I guess I'll ask Allison on our wedding day if I can have some of her hair. Just be like, girl, I'm gonna need something real quick. Give me one of them luscious locks. I really need to sniff it or whatever. I assume that's what you do with hair, right? It's a lot of sniffing. I guess I really haven't really thought of what one does with hair. And that's on me, chat. I should be a subject matter expert on all things Crusader Kings 3 experience-wise. And unfortunately, I'm not. That's the most insane things. I've said some fucking wild ass shit. What are you talking about? That's where we draw the line. I can get a pube brush, babe. Oh god. Okay, is that the most insane thing? Okay, yeah, I agree with that. Okay, one up. Fair. All right, children, let's go get the Byzantines before they get this land. Unless they're all gonna leave. Oh, Francia has been formed. And of course my allies have abandoned me in my hour of need. All to do what? Fuck if I know. Just chill. Submit to suzerain, that's fine. Let's go here. And let's go after this guy. Or this guy. We're losing. Let's name this one after Notebook. Thank you for the continued support of the channel. We appreciate you in all the forms you take. Do you want Notebook Ninja or do you just want Notebook, Mr. Ninja? Mr. Ninja himself. We'll just call you that for now until you give us an answer. And are we losing this? No way. We are losing. Wow. Puta madre. That's not good. We're not gonna get guys there in time, I don't think. No, I don't think we can get guys there in time. I think they lose before we get there. Either is good. Look out, welcome in. Shit. Let's get these guys out of here. Is it because we pulled the commander too? That probably didn't help. Where's the second group of mercenaries we hired? Did they just not get raised up? Or did I just not order them? Special delivery! I want some mercenaries. Thank you. Special delivery, mercenaries. Fresh off the presses. Here they are. Let's go here. Where are the Khomeini? They're fighting in their own stupid wars. Hopefully I get a good education. Doubt. Big doubt coming your way. We're gonna not even educate him. All right. That battle was bad for us. All right, let's send some guys this way. Some guys will sit here. But I'm your heir. Yeah, well, true. Because you're attacking, hold. I know exactly why we were losing the battle. Negative 44 was not a great advantage. I truly understand that. I'm so tired of supply. Supply is like the most annoying thing to do with. Even though we have a supply master, it seems like we're always running out of supply. Okay, that's good. Let's go over here. Get an invitation. I'm not interested. Can we host a funeral? For our cousin? Pop off? I like how the jaunty music immediately cut off and was just like, psych, it's time for sad music. Sad music time. Why must you betray me, father? Have you ever thought you were adopted? Huh? You ever thought about that, eh? These guys can sit here for now. This is not enough land as usual. We gotta go split again. Kind of leaving my French allies high and dry. Kind of trying to bait. I'm trying to bait. Don't reinforce. Don't reinforce! You idiot. Alright, let's see if we can catch them right here. Let's wait until they lock in. They're locked in. We'll go in there. We should win this fight. In theory. We have the slight advantage. We have the major advantage. The rolls are going our way. The rolls are not going our way. Alright, there we go. That was a big, good fight for us. We'll now have inexperienced squire. Shit's not good. These guys are good though. Army damage is up and martial experience is up too. Let's go here. Where are you retreating to? Across the straits? No, because I literally witnessed my own birth and naming. I mean, sometimes it'd be like that, you know? Have you never witnessed your own birth and naming? Is that new? Is that just you? Oh, here's another one. Bliss. Another beautiful blonde boy. We're just producing lovely heirs. Who am I also educating? Hold up. Who's the other? How is Bruce doing? He's good. As you can see, he is right here. This is our boy, Bruce. What is he doing? I couldn't tell you. I'm an absentee father at best of times. At worst of times, I am around. All right, cool. I need this man to die. Kind of harsh to say it that way, but it's the truth. All right, they're trying to land their troops where? Oh, here. Perfect. Sweet. Let's go crash the party. Stack wipe them, please. Stack wiped. That's the end of the war. Demand people, no enforce. All right. Got all the land that we had lost back. Huge. Huge, 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 huge. What other lands do we still control? All this over here. Did you guys know this? If you create a title and then you go into, like, say, grant this to a local Greek guy, click on him, then go grant title. If you click on left click or control click on it, it gives them all the land, so you don't have to go in and individually click. It's kind of a little neat thing that can happen. You can do. Bulgaria, I don't really care about. We can give it to some random person, like this lady. Lady, you can be in charge of all this land up here. Ding dang boom. There you go. Nothing more satisfying than a stack wipe. What about... I guess I'm not going to say what I should say. We need so much more land. We're going to lose this oath. We have 5 years. Yikes. We could truce break. We could truce break. I was just going to say something about clean wiping. Just like your butt. It wasn't really good. To be honest, I'm kind of disappointed in myself for even bringing it up. Man, we cannot get a break there. Navarro owns land up here? What the fuck? Strange. Okay. So Wallachia, everything on this side, we do need Crete. And we do need all this. All right, Bliss. Have a good evening. Good respite. Respite. However you'd like to pronounce that. Yeah, we should pin this kid because he's about to get a bunch of the CBs on lands that he needs CBs for. At least we'll have access to getting CBs for Jerusalem and shit. How's this Byzantine Empire still functioning? The most wealthiest, was Anatolia the wealthiest part, or was Greece the wealthiest part? I assume Greece is the wealthiest part of the Byzantine Empire. But I guess I don't know shit. Can we up these guys? We can. Wow. Huge. Just go ahead and upgrade all these guys. These guys haven't been stationed. Kevin, what are we doing? Just faffing about. That's for damn sure. Having a nice faff. Okay. We could truce break. It would be real tough. What does a truce break give us again? Just a level of fame, which we can't actually afford to lose another level of fame because we need to be, if this character wants to become Roman Emperor, we need to do stuff correctly. So I think the next best way is to murder. The boys be murdering. We just need to give him like 1 or 2 bad things and it will go our way. Yeah, I guess we'll go help the French in their hour of need. Just raise our men-at-arms here. Sean, I don't know if you're actually here, but thank you for the follow. Why do you have the plague? The consumption of all things, too. You do not have a current thing on TikTok? That's a lie. Don't lie to me like that, TikTok. How could you lie to me like that? We lost our spy master. That's no good. We got a new one in. This guy, did we get our contribution? We did get our contribution. All right, send the boys in. Let's make sure we have a backup marshal. I'm always in need of a new marshal. This Han guy, he's historically cool, but unfortunately we're too far away to get him in. Do any of you actually play with does any of you guys play with unlimited range for diplomatic range? I'd be interested in seeing your opinions. Does it really affect the game that much? Because there's characters on the map that I want to have, but they don't exist because don't exist to me, at least, because I don't have the range. Absolutely not. Okay, that's a strong no. Notebook says, "You filthy heathen, I can't believe you even suggested that." And I say, my bad. My bad. Definitely my bad. Go ahead and create that title, and we're gonna go grant it to them. Okay. Let's go ahead and start buying some easy claims. This one, and then this one. This vara. This vara. This vara. And this one. This is the riveting gameplay you do it for Bruce, right? Me buying claims so that I can take over the Byzantine held territories in one bite, while saying things, voice lines from Age of Empires 2. Disfara. Sol. Were those nonsensical words? Sometimes they were real words, it felt like. Antioch. Which ones are Pontus? So we can grab this one too. Buy claims. You already have a claim. Okay. Did we buy your claim? I've already forgotten. And this one too, I think. Buy this one. Okay. So now if we decked for our claims, that's awkward. Why did I grab this one? Because was it two different people? This guy needs to get it. Buy that one. And then the last one is this one, which we'll get in a couple months once we have the points. Which means, can we host another funeral, or is it not yet time for funerals? 3 years. What about pilgrimage? I still say the Mongol lumberjack line while doing chores. That's a deep cut. I love that. Should we go to Cologne or Santiago? Let's go to Santiago because I don't think we've been to Santiago, and plus there's a bunch of kingdoms on the way we can hit. Bink. No, this is on the way back. Provence to Santiago. Camino Real. Okay, off we go. Can we get a little bit more money? Yep. Off theme, but your voice is cool. Pleasant to hear. Perfect for YouTube. Thank you. I mean, there is no themes for our streams. The theme for the stream is Kevin's trying to do an unhinged thing in CK3. Entertain you. If that's happening, then we're just right on theme. One time I was playing in Britannia, decided I wanted to overpower stuff from the Han culture, so I worked for decades to give Han character land to make some of my lands Han, then fight to increase culture acceptance. I mean, that is quintessential the experience of this game sometimes, where you're just doing unhinged things. Forced vassalization, that only works on people who are of a certain size, correct? Probably should befriend people. Where's the Pope? Let's try to befriend the Pope. I like getting cash for free from him. Let's go and befriend. We have actually a high chance. It says easy, even though it says 5%. I'm not gonna pay that guy. The theme for the stream is anytime is a chance. Notebook caught me at a time in my life where all I wanted to do was gamble in game, because I no longer was doing gambling on sports apps, because sports gambling's dumb and you shouldn't do it unless you are so financially fine that it does not affect your household's income whatsoever. So yes, I do like gambling in games. That's why I like games like with roguelike elements that are gambling at the heart of it. Gambling builds always make me happy, even though my friends are like, Kevin, you should never rely on RNG for your runs, because it eventually will come back to bite you in the ass. And I say nay to that. Nay. Do we have Crete? Is this guy dead yet? He's 66. He's probably gonna live forever. Who's this man? This is Celibate Man. That's what that is. Pontus they didn't win Pontus? Frick. I was really hoping that they did win Pontus. I can't declare, so it doesn't matter. I gamble with my sanity daily. Makes you feel better. I mean, it does. Thank you. But yeah, every time I play, like, Slay the Spire is a good example. For those who don't know, Slay the Spire, it's a deck building game where you are moving through a set of different enemies and rooms, and each room has different outcomes and stuff like that, and you battle with your cards. The Ironclad, one of the characters, has a card called Stoke, which makes your whole deck exhaust, which means disappear, for at least for that combat interaction. And then once it disappears, you get a whole set of new cards that the game gives you. And I freaking love it. It's really stupid, but it makes me unnecessarily excited to destroy my deck in hopes I get a new deck that's better. And I know that's kind of insanity, but what you gonna do? Is that Spilks? Thank you for the follow. I don't know if they're actually here. They're probably watching our Albanian video, which surprisingly did a lot better than I thought. I thought people would be like, Kevin, why are you doing such a weird Albanian video? Please stop. But people liked it, which thank you to the people who liked it. And also, like, the short did significantly well. Sometimes those shorts just crash and burn, and then other times they do really well. Stop it, heretic! No more. Don't kiss my lovely lips. These lips are for God alone. Extra building materials? Sure. We have so much money and we need to use it. Profit gives us a little bit more cash. Which is better in your opinion? Celestial or administrative? Not only China, but in general. Administrative is just kind of more... I mean, I think it's easier to work with because the merit system can kind of be tricky sometimes, especially if you're not in China. There's a lot more bonuses in China that it's giving you. But I think when you're playing in China, it makes no sense to play as administrative because Celestial is just so much better. All the systems are set up for it. You'd be kind of like kneecapping yourself. But I think outside of China, administrative is better in my opinion. But yeah, these lips are for God's alone. From my ears to your mouth? No, from my mouth to your ears. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. This man will not die. Can we give him the pills that make him die? No. Grub and stream. Welcome in. Silver, thank you very much. We'll be streaming in 2 hours. Probably. Allison's not back for a while, so it's really dependent on whether we get this achievement done. Whether or not we get this done, or Allison comes home. Should we truce break? I don't think we can. I don't think it's good for our well-being to do that. I also realized that it would have been incredibly easier to do this as the AHRE. Because you could have done it with Kira. We could have done this as the part of Rome. This could have been Rome right here. Like we would have already had it all done if we had done it as the HRE, but I guess we did the harder version and formed Rome. Also wanted to learn about laws that prevent small cars in the US. Would be a fun challenge if you custom duchy, then a custom kingdom in Jerusalem County to see the Crusades be cleared for one county kingdom. I mean, yeah, that would be kind of weird. Obviously, Jerusalem doesn't exist, but you could do it for Palestine, I think, and then take the other two away. Why isn't Jerusalem there? Fatimids? Oh, Fatimids have taken it. They've Dejur drifted it. Also, due to the cafe standard, a small truck would have to make like 45 miles per hour, and its sedan would have to make 60 miles an hour. Since the cafe has been around since the early 2000s, big companies won't go back to the pre-cafe cars, even though the penalty is at zero because of the glory of the U.S. politics. If the companies are reopened, the produce line for those cars, the next administration would override that and put the fine back in place, wasting money for the company. There you go. Let's go back to work. Well, now we are informed about why small cars don't exist in the US, which is most unfortunate. Small trucks. There are small cars, but there is no, not as much small companies or small things. I'm so confused. So essentially, you cannot have, like, picture an Ford F-150. There is no truck sold smaller than a Ford F-150 really in the United States, unless you import it, for example, like a Key truck anymore. There are some older Toyotas and Nissans you still see driving around on the road that are kind of smaller, more compact trucks. The really dumb thing about it is that at the end of the day, all these vehicles all have the same flatbed. size. So like it's only a 6-foot flatbed. So they all might be different sizes, but they have the exact same carrying capacity for the most part. Who the fuck? Magdeburg says I'm not paying you no more. Dick. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough out here. What if we sent him a poem? Can we learn how to be a poet? Somebody teach me how to be a poet. Kick this lady out. She's done. She done. Get this lady in here. Get this guy in here. Can a poet teach you how to become a poet? Sure. Starting as a county, kind of tough. How do you do custom maps, for example, hegemons? We mostly do it in debug mode. It's a mode that you can do from the launcher. If you go into the settings, you can then launch in debug mode, or you can go into the Steam and say /debug mode from launch settings. From there, you can just kind of like in debug mode, you can do a couple things to like grab land more easily and make things a certain way. I probably should make another tutorial. I made one like a while ago, but things have improved a lot since then. So there's a lot of commands. I have a document that I could share with everybody, that the commands I use the most to make it happen, the mods and other things that I use the most. Ooh, love a good Suljik Civil War. I need these guys to die. Poetry is just saying weird stuff. True. Starting as a county is kind of tough. It is. It can be. Would be fun. Yeah, we already read that one. Okay. Let's do that. Love to see a tutorial. I mean, we could do it on stream. It'd probably be more interesting to be done on stream, so that people, if I'm not explaining it well, people would be like, oh, that's what he meant by that. So we could take care of that real easy. Like, oh, Magdeburg's back. Who'd have thunk it? Fuckers. Wait. Why is the Pope here? There's a horse too. Sorry. Just could not help break out the horse sound effects for a second there. 300 diplomacy. Mostly just need more piety. De Bruce games famed dynasty for a while, or we get some legitimacy. I don't really need the legitimacy. Duke becomes our friend. Provence can get more land. More eager reveler shit. Wow, we're making money. It's weird that the Hagia Sophia cannot be turned into something more like for Catholics. I feel like the Hagia Sophia should be able to be transformed into any sort of religious place for any of the faith that holds it. I know it's traditionally Islam is the one who took it over and made it happen. One of the most insane things in CK3 is that a graphics when you name your horse that weird name and then it kills you. Yes, the demonic horse is a weird event. It is a very weird event chain. We're gonna run a 3-minute ad. We'll be back in 3 minutes or less. We'll see you on the other side. We're just gonna be at this event trying to pump out some shit. I'm not getting high. Oh, the weird, like, where it's at the angle too. And it's got like that kind of that like 1,000-yard stare, and you're like, why does it look like that? We can host a funeral now? Question mark? Exclamation mark? Once we're back. Yeah, 9 months. Fucking hell. Who wants to marry? I don't care about that. Nope. We could return Rome. We could restore Pope to Rome. What are the differences between these two events? One of them gives us 1,000 piety. I mean, in the short run, that kind of works out for us. 1,000 piety is 2 duchies, but I also don't need it that badly. I need this man to die. How long until the CB? 28 months. Okay. That's fine. Why he look like that? You are no longer obese. I didn't realize we were obese in the first place. We are not going to get to expand the realm, which is actually going to be really bad. It's going to break our oath because our kingdom size is not big enough, nearly big enough, which is most unfortunate, but whatever. We could also vassalize a bunch of people, but that's going to send us over the limit either way. I don't want to do that yet. Most unfortunate, most unfortunate, most unfortunate. You gain court poetry about romance. Romance. Okay, if we were to deck on you for our claims, the only ones we don't get is... We need this one. So in a month or 2, we'll have that, and then we'll get that one. And then we'll be fully ready to go. I feel like we just don't get that much piety from things. Let's get our wife asking us for more piety. You. Okay, sound like somebody was knocking at the door. Has it been 9 months yet? We've been invited to a Reddit wedding. I don't really want to do that. I want to know what lets the AI invite you to things, because I want to see how many weddings, how many grand weddings I can show up to with one character. What do you think the most is? Like 20, 30? That would be a fun, maybe a run, a dumb run. Try to get on the guest list of everybody. 10 days. Cool. Let's pop off, have a big ass funeral. Maybe we do the funeral somewhere that gives us more piety bonuses. I've never actually tried to do that. Let's do that. Let's, you know what? Cousin Bona de Bruce, guess what, girl? We're about to pop the fuck off for your wedding. This funeral? About to pop the fuck off. You play to the end game? Not traditionally. Cousin Boner. Yes, Cousin Boner. Yes, please, Cousin Boner. Tell me more. My beloved Cousin Boner. Tell me more of your fascination. If we don't succeed in completing this, what happens again? If I fail to do it, I forget. We might be cooked up. I think we get a huge debuff to our ruler, and some other things happen. I had another kid. We'll name him after... We'll call him Bruce Jr. Junior. A lot of very smart children. Now we're making more money. Great, great, great. How did she die? Who was her boner killer? I think the boner killer of her... She died... Tripped and fell to her death. I mean, she was 59, but she was like a rough 59. Faltering heart, nearly blind, her bones were fragile as shit. This lady was cooked. She was like a baked potato ready to be smashed. And not in a good way. She fell to her death. I also thought it'd be fun to do a run where you play as Barbarossa and see if you can get him to drown as a way he dies. She wants straight up not having a good time, bro. Straight up, I'm just like not having a good time, which I get it. As somebody who usually straight up usually has a good time, I get it. We're so fucked. I forget what happens. Okay, in a day we'll find out. We did not get our oath. Oh, we lost another level of fame. Fuck, that's kind of actually not good. Because we need to be farming fame. And we also lost all our legitimacy. Ooh, that's really tough. Damn, okay. We just need to create a bunch of titles that will pump up our situation. Go grab all these or whatever. Is there any more duchies? I guess we'll be able to. We'll see in a second. Just pump up our legitimacy again. God, and we lost another level of fame. Absolutely devastating, actually. At least it's back up to level 1, but fuck me. Add an activity, but soon we'll be able to deck. Okay. Declare your claims. We still just need this one. And then we'll go here. Claim. Buy claim. We already have a claim on this one, but do we have a claim on... Can you buy claim on family? No, cannot. Okay. Good to know. I'd say I'd have a pretty bad time if I was called Boner. True, bro. True. Okay. Let's just seize all of Anatolia. And then from there, hopefully the Byzantine Empire dies. If not, whatever. Let's call our Emperor friend in. And then we'll go back to kicking ass and taking names. Excelente. 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 La palabra del día es excelente. We have to get our shit all the way back up. I fucking hate this game. So let's go here and make ourselves a good commander so that we get a master of the horse too. And then put this on so that we're getting even more martial focus. We can also switch over to being a marshal. So that we don't die as a stalwart leader and shit like that. What's up? What's the current playthrough? Current playthrough is to eclipse the Byzantine Empire, which actually, how long until Armenia gets yum-yummed? 38 years? That's kind of way too long to wait, but we'll see. If we can do that. 39 years fun. Huge. Where is the Emperor? Is he at home? Can we just knock on the door and... Hey, Mr. Emperor, it's me, your most hated boy in all the realm. I'm here once again asking for your support in situations towards this. This is actually huge. I'll take the cash for now, and then we can join later for the Jerusalem calls. There's some peasantry that wants mad. Unfortunately, we did not take the land. Oh man, once again, breaking your heart for the umpteenth time. We took his daughter? No, this is his wife. Damn. It's cringe, Kevin. Called him his wife, but it's... Or his daughter, but it's actually his wife. Dude, we're just listening to music from... Let it slide, I don't care. Music from Kingdom Come. Who are these guys? It's just peasants in this city. What city is this? Ragusa? Give it back to the Serbs. We don't care. This guy? It's another gift. I think this is probably one of the worst combinations I've come up with recently. Arrogant, compassionate, greedy. It's just bad all around. Oh, I've never tweaked the music before. Yeah, I personally, I have such a hate boner for Royal or Roads to Power, because 80% of the music is just old men moaning into the mic, which normally I'm down for people expressing themselves musically, just not old men gregorically moaning. Not my cup of tea, some would say. God, this land is all kinds of goofed up, so we're gonna have to split. Did the kingdom come and or get delivered? No coming or delivering yet, but maybe soon. Let's split here. Okay, this is right, and this is right. Yep. Okay. So there's their army, which is good. Once our supply is back, we can actually go and get that all together. For now, we'll go here, have the whole army reconnoiter, and then go back and land here. Probably should have called in more allies or made more allies before this. We have a couple sons. Let's go find another alliance. These people. Sure. Who is that? Did I just... This guy? No. I don't know how we're allowed to make alliances, but I'm calling him into our war. Some need more bodies. Keep the supply guy on hand. Is our niece also soulmate, also wife, also queen? Personal physician. Love that. Love that journey for her professionally, you know? Hopefully we land and don't absolutely get our shit kicked in. Nah, we win these. Easy. Easy clap. Never a doubt. All the prestige, all the fame at least. Okay. Took that back pretty easily. Let's go take these guys out. That's going to give us a little bit of extra prestige. We'll get stalwart leaders so that we don't lose that. We should also be looking at some of the court positions to get that extra good. Making sure that all the positions that give us court prestige are in. Need you to go away. Bodyguard, court artificer now. How much? Another son? Hell yeah. What is this one? 75 prestige? Thought that would be a little bit more than that, but you know. Tough. I feel like they switched up the AI a little bit, because now AI is a little bit more nuanced. Before, I feel like they weren't as smart. Now Franco Crocea happens? Are you fucking kidding me? The Third Crusade is what caused it? Whatever, dude. We just need 90 to win. And I think our French allies are gonna somehow win this way, maybe lose it. Yeah, they lost that. Well, don't know why they did that. I mean, we might find out some weird shit right here, but we'll see. We are tearing through these walls, thankfully. And then we need to... These phases are pretty short. Let's go here and then split. And go here. Okay. Okay, they're sieging that down, but... so are you fighting this other war? Crusade for the claim on the Byzantine Empire. Hopefully... that doesn't come to fruition. Okay. Time to leave. Hopefully they deal with this before they try to leave with us. No, they did deal with it. Great. We're going to get this. We're at 83%. We can get a couple more percentage points from battles. I think if we take all this land, it's gonna go interestingly. Let's go here, switch to ourselves again. Which one is gonna allow us to do it? Not that one. We have a dangerous faction. It's these independent boys. The Venetians want out. Tell the Venetians they don't get to leave. Have you ever thought about that? No, nobody gets to leave. Nobody's leaving here alive. Y'all get to stay here and be my homie forever. This is our son notebook. Honest, impatient, arbitrary. I'm gonna give him impatience. Probably not the smartest move, but it is done. There is the Byzantine lords. Maybe our allies will go and attack them. Maybe not. We're at 92%. Would be really nice if they won this battle and not threw. Guys, why are you throwing? It doesn't matter, we won. All right, enforce. We take pretty much all of Anatolia and gain a fuck ton of land, which is great. So now the Byzantine Empire is essentially this land in, what is this, North Africa, and then these couple lands here, and then Wallachia are still under their control. But go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that. So now those are all under our control. We also need Crete controlled by us. We held too much land, and we're over by our direct vassal by 1. We're so close. We just need, unfortunately, Armenia we're gonna have to go get. And we're gonna have to get the rest of Georgia. But I think we can get Georgia pretty easily now that we have adjacency. But it does mean we have to give out all this land. By claim. It's the same guy. Yeah, he owns both. By claim. And then unfortunately Georgia has been split and not taken over. For some reason the guy has not taken over this land. So we're just gonna have to go in and individually buy each claim, I think. Right? 1. It's gonna piss him off. He's not gonna like it that we're just coming here buying claims like that. It's also incredibly expensive. I think that's all of it. If we were to deck, we don't have Lori. That's the one we need. Great. Cool. So hopefully the Byzantines explode. That's the dream, boys. Also, our vassals are probably getting incredibly pissed off at us. Let's look at CK3 Rome requirements real quick. And then we can make a decision from here of what lands need to be given away in what order. Reclaim Rome. Restore Rome. I don't give a shite about that. Bind Rome. Break with Rome. Rome. Restore Rome. Maybe it's not under decision. It's under character decisions. Why does it say we have no current thing going on with these people? That's not true. Rome. Why is it not showing up? Is it because we're not saying Rome? Sometimes it just doesn't show up for whatever reason. Rome. Restore? Restore the Roman Empire. Why does it sometimes hide it under? I don't like how they broke down the wiki. The wiki used to be like one, all the decisions used to be one thing. Now it doesn't do that. Carolingian borders. Israel, Bosphorus, kingdom come, deliverance, your mother. Unify, Rome. Okay. What borders do we... Wow, Anatolia actually does not need to be controlled by anybody. It's only Thrace, Athens, Thessalonica. So, yeah. And well, let's look at the list. Latvia and Venice, Romagna, Sicily, Genoa, Capua, Apulia, Thrace, Antioch, Palestine, Alexandria, Athens, Tunis, Croatia, Thessalonica. None of those were any in... The only one that needs to stay in somebody's hands that we control is this one. Grant to local. Nah, let's not grant it to any family member. Yeah. This is the pain. This is the thing I miss about CK2. You used to be able to just give land away and just be like, yeah, you're in charge now, which we can still do. It's just not as... let's not give away titles that don't have good vassals. See, this 76-year-old lady who's about to go blind and deaf, should we empower her family so much so that they then run the whole empire, pretty much? No, I think we should play it smart, unfortunately, and grant it this land to some random Greek man. This 55-year-old Greek man, grant title. We're just going to give him all of this, and this, and this, and this, this, and this, and this. This, 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 and this as well, this as well, this as well, and Crete. Grant. So now this guy just runs Anatolia for us. The op is great. Everything about it is perfectly fine. No need to worry about a thing. Right, chat? Everything's going our way. Can go grant rightful people all across the board. Okay. Okay, cool. We'll keep an eye on this war. I don't know what's gonna happen. Don't know if the Byzantines are... Where's their capital now? The capital... I don't actually know where their capital is. Is it in Byzantium? Is it North Africa? It looks like it's been teleported to North Africa. Pay this, pay that. There's dangerous factions. Peasants aren't very happy with us. Good thing we have a court brewer who can change that for us really quickly, especially an excellent one. We can make them have the people happy with us. That should turn this down to just this now. Why are you mad? Culture acceptance, maybe? I don't know. That's fine. We're not over our limit. That's good. Let's go ahead and grant. Sorry. Grant. Bro went from a minor unlanded noble to overseeing half the empire, pretty much. And he's gonna have a very big heart attack because he only has domain limit of 4 and now owns 33 counties. So he's probably not loving his new situation, but you know, it is fortuitous for the household. Let's attack this guy. Let's call in our allies. And let us win this time. Last time, our empire nearly collapsed after attacking them. We're going to do a better job this time. Probably should have waited for the dangerous Greek Orthodox folk, but whatever. And then the last thing we have to do is attack Armenia attack the Seljuks for Armenia. How bad of a plague is it? It's pretty bad. Where's our army? We are almost a legendary figure. Is there any duchies that haven't been made? No, I think we've made them all. Oh. Bruce's banner has gone up in fame. Can we get to them in time? No. Well, we'll see where they're gonna head off to. Hopefully they just land in like a couple streets down and we can go bother them. No. How bad is this dangerous faction? It's just the peasants, really. Looks like our brother has died, most unfortunately. Let's see if we can get a new court tutor in here. We can. Perfect. This is actually a great place to have landed them. We could go help out with this crusade. How is this crusade going? It looks like right now Fatimids are winning. So after the war with Georgia, we might be able to... The devil went down up to Georgia. And then I don't know the rest of the song because there's no version of the song where they go up to Georgia. Usually it's go down to Georgia. So kind of a weird situation for the devil to be doing things like that. But got some fame. Got some more fame, which is good. Devil went up to Georgia so he could conquer the land and make it into the Byzantine Empire no more. Told the man he had some crosses on his flag. Could not have them anymore. Devil went up to Georgia to put a cross on his head. Make sure he's dead. Devil went up to Georgia. Something like that. Devil went up to Georgia looking for a throne to steal. Yeah, that's good shit. That's good shit, yeah. Maybe we should make a song about something unhinged like that. Devil went up to Georgia. It's gonna be the top played. Do you think if I made a banger of a song, the devs would put it in the game? I think there's a possibility. There's a strong possibility. Go here. Check out these peasants. Mish Mish, welcome in. Thank you very much for joining us here today. My name's Kevin. Channel's called Do It for Bruce. Who's Bruce? That's Bruce. He's a cat. Probably gonna do a rebrand this year, chat. I don't know what the rebrand is yet, but I've got a couple names in mind, and it's still gonna be Bruce iconography on the channel, but it's not gonna be as Bruce heavy. I think I'm gonna put my first name in our new thing because I'm tired of being called Bruce, to be honest. And also, people like Lath have told me I have to change my username, which, you know, if Lath says you have to change your username, your online name, maybe listen. That man knows a thing or two about content creation and being famous on the internet. Devil went up to Georgia to steal a throne from Georgian lands. All he had to do was stop the Georgian man. Arrogant is fine, I guess. Bliss dead asleep, so it doesn't really matter. Let's do this. I kind of want to take this fight so we can gain more fame. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll gain fame if our allies join us. And we're gonna lose the fight anyways, so that's dumb. Finkokratia! Finkokratia! Where though? Where though? Where though? It's just one county. Oh no, it's just Burgundy. What the fuck? Oh my god. Is this the smallest Latin empire? Well, can I just grant this person independence? Wait, who is their liege? Their liege is... It says Burgundy. It says Latium. Latium, what the fuck's going on here? Are you drunk? Let's send you a gift. And then, can I retract your vassal? Yes, I can. Okay. And then we can go and say, Madam, can I grant you independent after the end of the war? Watch your videos on YouTube. Hadn't caught your streams before today. Yeah, we stream at really inconsistent times. That's on me. So, ooh, Civil War time. Thank you for the follow, Mishmish. I guess this guy definitely doesn't want me to give him more lands, right? That's definitely what he doesn't want to have happen, even though I'm about to do it anyways. Let's usurp that title. And then these nice Greek boys, I mean Georgian boys. Let's do that, and that's that. And then rightful people can be done there. Okay, so they're over there. So the Byzantines are no more, correct? Why does it keep saying Burgundy? Why does it say Burgundy? Okay. Didn't I just retract them? Retracted vassal. Granted vassal. Oh, it's because I just granted him back like a fucking idiot. Let's see if giving him more money changes his mind. It doesn't. I could have granted him one of these titles that we just created. What about this one? This will make him happy. And then I'm gonna go ahead and retract this vassal again, even if it costs us time. Let's go ahead and then grant this person independence. Is a part of our de jure. It is not, though. She will no longer be considered your vassal. Is she a part of our de jure? We don't own Cyprus. How is this part of our de jure? Explain. This is part of your de jure. Is this all really going to come down? I guess we could give it to the Pope. You can usurp the title, and then that title can be given to the Pope. That will piss off the Pope, but at least it will be out of our control. You can always do the Pope kind of interchangeably like that, which is nice. So we can give Cyprus to the Pope. Unless he doesn't accept it. Cyprus. Must hold at least one county or baronry. Okay. Well, she is let's send her a gift, and then let's see if we can revoke her titles. Shit. What about now? Can I grant her independence now? No. Fuck me. What land did we just rob from them? This one. Oh god, what an idiotic move, Kevin. Call the war. Sure. Dangerous people. Why are you mad? We already gave him money once. He's not happy. This lady's not happy. Send him some gifts. Why don't we go and host a feast in honor of some of these mad boys? Mad boys, mad boys. What you gonna do? Mad boys, mad boys. Don't be mad with me. Okay. What did we do this last hour? A lot of things. Hour 9. Conquer Terror, Anatolia. Farms more piety. Failed oath. That was fun. Francocratia happened. And then what else? I think that's it. We just need... Oh, Conquer Georgia. Oh, don't tell... Fucking, what the fuck is that? Why does... Oh. It was just internally. Okay. Did not look right. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. Kevin, everything's fine. Everything's okay. Can I revoke more of her titles? She would be down. Let's revoke another title. And then we're gonna go and grant... Where's the Pope? Well, we actually don't need to give it to the Pope, do we? Well, I'm gonna give it to the Pope so I know for sure that I don't control it. Pope! Gonna give you some land real quick. There you go. Rexecuted. Welcome in. How you doing? It's a fine day. You're doing well. I guess we have to send like a minimal amount of troops to go deal with this in the north. Let's raise... We have some of these very expensive mercs. Let's just go send them to pretend to help so we don't get the debuff. This guy, we do need him to finally bend the knee. But it doesn't seem like he's going to. Let's run this quick ad. I'll be back in 3 minutes or less. Thank you to everybody who's been watching. It's 5 o'clock? Oh no! Don't go anywhere, Bruce. Don't you go anywhere, Bruce. Don't you dare go anywhere. We ain't going anywhere. We don't need you to go anywhere. We're not going anywhere. Don't be going anywhere. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this. Okay. Shit's kind of fucked, but whatever. This guy is not having a good time. Her legitimacy is not having a good time, that's for sure. Okay, the papacy's back in Cyprus. They've joined this. We need to get our legendary figure going. Can I actually join the crusade? I can't pledge. Can't join while already at war. Okay. Who's heading towards the camera after a big yawn and a stretch? Yes, yes, yes. He better be only doing that. If he's caught doing anything else, it's curtains for him. Is this our firstborn? Content or fickle or trusting? Trusting it is. Let's drill this kid. By drill, I mean get him up this beat in the martial form. Nothing more than that. Nothing sinister. Long reign, offensive wars, tyrannical behavior, incest, suspicious, disappointed. Excuse you? I said what I said. He is now an open terrain expert. Just like his peepaw. I'm your peepaw, and I think you're gonna be a potato. I'm your meemaw, and I think you're gonna be a... Do not drill me, Kevin. How dare you? All day, baby. Drill, baby, drill. Knights of the Grace gain some prestige or glory. Prestige, please. I'm your PP, and I think you're gonna be a... So stupid. Okay, that's done. Does that fix anybody's hate boner for us? Yes and no. Let's go ahead and grant that's the joke for this person. Be gone! Hopefully that deals with that. No. Go Go ahead and grant vassalage over this. And then send this person some gold. And then they will be gone within the hour. Okay, Armenia. Are these guys done pissing on me? Of course they're not. That's fine. Whatever. What else are you gonna do with your life except for start stupid wars against me? Did our event troops get here yet? No. Let's just have them go sit on this. And we'll do that. That's unfortunate. That's truly unfortunate. Why did you raise your troops right there, Kevin? Why did you do that? It's gonna take 43 days to get them all here. Okay. Hopefully that raises all of them. Organized army movement speed is great. Watch, it's only 95 troops. Why is this game so aggravating sometimes? Just feels like I do things and it just aggravates you. It's just definitely just a game built on aggravation. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, there's 14,000 troops sitting right there. Let's go crush their dreams, hopes and dreams. Not just their hopes, but their dreams as well. Looks like they're about to take off. Can't have that, but they are gonna do it. Please don't go too far. Please just like land right here. Where are you going? Where are you going? Are you gonna meet up with your homies over here? Please land with your homies over here. No depression, please. Ongoing heartache. My homie of Frankia has made me oh so sad. I hate when the homies make me oh so sad. Not embracing any new faiths. That doesn't sound like me. Damn, these guys are quick. I don't think we can get there in time. And I also think we are going to lose this fight. I'll be very surprised if we win. Yeah. Well, no, maybe we win. Huge battle. Only war score, though. Where's the rest of their army? This guy wanted to be involved? Kind of rude. We have another dynastic legacy. Monthly martial experience members are less likely to die or get wounded in battle and have a higher chance of gaining prowess serving as knights. Oh, there's some peasants to the north. These guys didn't join for some reason. Strange. Very strange. Okay. Then we'll be able to do that and we'll start a war with the Persians, who they seem really strong. Might be smart to get an alliance with the Persians. Also, can we get some more prestige? Also, I just need more. Let's do it for the homie. Do it for the homie, chat. Well, let's fight this battle and then actually we'll swipe out. War is over. This guy goes to jail, straight to jail. Disband the army, and then we make sure that we have a better person on this. Cupbearer is important. Court musician is maybe important. How much more stuff do we need? Probably quite a bit. Servants informed. Always good to pay your servants, chat. If you have servants, pay them. What's the... some banners that we can break that are not being displayed. Andy's pelt is here. Smile icon. Some bones that we no longer use can go. We can hold court? Sure. Sure. Sorry. These are just stress. You're just giving me more stress. I don't want more stress. It's quite the opposite. Let's see if we can do Old Mystic Communion. Talk to confidants. Reduce our stress a little bit. Divine. I am not losing a level of fame. I'd rather take become wrathful. That's makes way more sense than the alternative. All right, let's hold a hunt. Let's go hunting in our own backyard. Just super high success, super high this. I don't care if it fails, to be honest. We just want the extra prestige that comes from it. And then we're gonna fight the Persians. Let's get an alliance. The Bohemians are still rattling around somewhere. Somehow doing their thing. Excellent. Good job there. I mean, we could probably push somebody's claim on that. Nope. This is such a small Latin empire. Does it have any of the de jure? It doesn't. Did it get any land over here? No. Silly. Young Pope is young and popely. Dangerous factions are popping up. Independence factions. We'll wait until after this hunt, and then we'll hopefully get things. Our son is chased. Sorry, Notebook. I know you didn't want to be chased, but it's too late. You are now chased. Pope in Cyprus is interesting. It definitely is more interesting for a lot of reasons, but it also... What is this? 97% chance to not be stressed out? Still got the stress. Still failed that. Even though it was a 97% chance to not fail it, we still did. I will shoot it. Great. Did we not lose a single thing of stress? Oh, we did. Huge. Okay. We're halfway to legendary figure, which is so fucking dumb. What do we need for a custom empire? Found a new empire. We need to just not be at war. I think that's it. And why does Egypt own... I mean, this doesn't matter for our long-term success. But it is annoying. Somebody murder this man. I guess we should have focused on time, but whatever. This is still happening? I thought you guys stopped being dicks. Can I demand your conversion? Yes, you will. Same with you. Go away. Blessings be to God. I'm far from chased, but okay. In this iteration of you, you are very big chase boy. Being chased around the room. That's how chased you are. People are trying to do obscene things to you, and you're just like, no, I won't let you. And you're in this iteration of you too. You have a weird voice that you sound like that for some reason. How long until this is done now? Our wife fucked up. 31 years, that's way too long to wait. Makes sense, Chase, because you drilled me? Yes, exactly. You're getting it. We're drilling you and we're chasing you, and it's a whole thing. It's kind of a weird fetish that we have apparently in this version of ourselves. Let's go after that one too. We already have a claim on that, but who has a claim on this? Who has a claim on this? Okay. And we need a claim on. So if we decked for our claims, your claims, it would take all of Georgia. We have the more troops. Where's their capital? It's all the way in Kuwait or down here. This guy, of course, immediately gets the bonus. But whatever. We're going to deck for our claims here. We'll call in the homies. Uno. Dos. Do we not get an alliance with this guy? Probably not. All we need to do is just get all the stuff, and then we'll be happy. We have typhus. Fun. We could die. If we die right now, I'm gonna cry. What is our eldest? We gotta put our house in order. Pass law. We have to put our house in order, unfortunately. Well, we could actually do this. This might actually help us just a teensy bit. So, are we on death's door? Technically, the game says no anymore, but now that might change things. With that additional stress coming through, things might be different. Be cautious. Don't kill my son. I like that son. Okay. How strong are they? 7,000 troops? It's not incredibly strong, but still pretty strong nonetheless. If you show up to work in your armor, nobody knows what you look like. We lost typhus. We're gonna live forever. There's their army, or at least part of it. Our son survived typhus. Great. All right. That's 3%. Let's go clap some cheeks over here real quick. Do we have all the bonuses we could be getting? Nope. Now we are having 37%. We could probably have gotten more, but I don't care. Let's ransom this guy and ransom this guy. Be cautious with my own wife who has typhus. Let's put this guy in there. One of our sons has died. Okay, why don't we just hustle our way back here? Unfortunately, we did catch them in the hills. Not exactly where I want to fight them, but I think we just are better with our size of our army. She survived typhus. That should give us a decent amount of fame. It gave us devotion, but not fame. Let's go siege this down. And now our allies should be showing up. Bohemia, you here, girl? I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, they're there. We won't get ticking war score anytime soon. But that might be fine. I did see Tarkus do a thing where he somehow was getting siege tick events down to, it was like 2 days or something like that. I don't know how he did it, but it was pretty impressive that he was having siege. So every time he was like sieging things down almost instantaneously. Okay, the guy we wanted dead is dead. Huge. So now when we go to attack the Egyptians for Jerusalem, it will be smooth sailings. We also probably should host a funeral for our friend, especially because we're on a pretty pretty stressed out, and I'd rather not die of stress, especially where we are right now in the game. We're kind of at a tenuous time where we can almost do what I want to do. Funeral. Let's do that, and then eating our cheese. Not a good idea, I don't think. And dangerous factions, and we have fading heart. That's not good. Why is this guy mad? High crown authority, tyrannical, incestuous, greedy. Can we demand his conversion? Let's see if that changes everything. Doesn't. I mean, it does get us a little bit. No. Can we arrange a marriage between one of our children and their child? It does not ally us with his family, just their family. Unfortunate. Okay. That's a 37%. I'm surprised that battle didn't give us more, but I think it's because of due to losses weren't very high. Please don't fucking... Fuck, we just gave you so much. Okay. If I grant him a title, they're gonna be like, you can't do that, Kevin. It's got to be a title that hasn't been created in all the lands. Emilia. We'll create it again and we'll grant it to this guy. We could also grant him vassalage over some random. I don't know. We're in like kind of bad health-wise situations, so I don't really want to screw ourselves any further. I would send him a gift, but let's just do it. We're so close to dying though. Any sort of event could cause us to die right now. Any like slight event, we could have a heart attack, and I will cry. Is there no way to talk to confidants or any sort of... Can I release my anger? Can I execute somebody? Is there any way we can like get rid of these guys and that like releases some of the arrogant, right? Spare no expense. Okay. Just, can we start the events? It's gonna start in 3 months. I want to start them now. Can we just like start them now? Also, why is it that we don't get, when we ransom somebody, why don't we get stress loss from that? You know? Huh? Somebody get the stooge in here. Give me a jester. Funny man, do a dance. Where's the funny man and why is he not doing a dance for me? Every year the court jester has a chance to reduce stress. Funny man, do a dance. Call up the jester. Oh man. I need the funny man to do a little dance, or else I'm gonna have a heart attack. Does he tell like one joke a year? Might not even be that funny. True, true. Funny man, why are you not being funny? Okay, good. It's only Confider. Pickle. We could have a pickled human head in our midst. This is fine. It does mean that we will probably have a heart attack here soon. But that's better than... Preventing a heart attack is better than not. Had a daughter, great. She's sickly, unfortunately. Let's go get some wins. Real quick, beautiful little event. Great. All right, we can be back in the field again. No, we're faster than them. Fast as shit. Our boy has grown up. He is a lad who is very good at open terrain battles. We should be able to stomp these guys. We're not stomping these guys. Let's hire some mercs. We have so much money. 1, 2, 2, 2. He's 4,000 more troops. If that doesn't win the battle, I don't know what will. Whatever. Rebels are happening. Couldn't do much about it. Here's a couple more 1,000 troops. If that doesn't win the battle, I don't know what will. We won the battle. My goal is the same. This is gross. Can I just vassalize all these guys? I don't think I can. Weird. Unfortunately, because fuck me. Well, that's annoying. So now it's several smaller battles to win this one major battle. Ah! Greek Orthodox uprising is happening. That's fine. No. Don't pay that lady a single dime. Maybe it's time to start pumping our character full of money again, or our titles, so that he can pass that on. Okay. Okay, that war is over. That's good. Enforce. Can we just make... We can't yet. Just have them all march that way. Why? Why must you be the way that you are? So I have to fight 1, 2, like 3 wars. Why is this still part of this land? This should be... when the dissolution happens, I feel like that should fall off, but whatever. Point our son. Let's get this guy going. The funny man isn't even that funny. It's tough. Going down here to fight the... Meant to be incoming? What does that mean? We white piece. Mental break. Ah. Yes. Yeah, mental break is incoming. In life and in the game too. Los dos. No, the Bavarians have dug us out of this hole, so we can just call it quits. Thank God. Oh, they didn't actually. Let's just white piece. I don't really want to mess around. Okay. Disband the army. Okay. What is this? Is it Independence War, or this guy is attacking for this land? What if we just attack them for our things, get in there, get out of there real quick like? We love a weird shorting things in the UK. I mean, yeah, like soccer. You guys dropped that on us and then decided to up and leave, and we were just like, now we're forever cursed with the term soccer. Terrible curse. Terrible. What is this guy mad about? Fuck off. I don't want it. Well, actually, let's grant you the title of this. Go away. Yeah. All right. Hopefully we just capture her in this war, and then that's the end of the war. Sieges are shorter, but they could be shorter. We did not capture her. We are nearly there, though. go ahead and split the army. Have go siege that down. Sure. Carefree. How close are we, legendary figure? Not that as close as I would like to be. Oh, are they gonna come attack us? Would love that. I don't know why the AI is suiciding right into my army like that, but I'll take advantage of it. That's free. Some free prestige. Okay, how much more land do we have to grab? Significant amount. Our other son has come of age. He's a fortunate builder. That's good. We're gonna get Know Thyself so that we know when we are no longer close to living in this realm anymore, on this plane of existence. We have an unpressed claim on Romagna for some reason. Cool. Sick. I haven't played in a while. Do you all know if you can still queue up a world tour or of all of the points of interest as an adventurer? That is a good question. I don't actually know the answer of it either. I would assume that with the addition of the rest of the world, it becomes much harder to do that. But again, I don't know the full answer. I'm not very astute when it comes to that. Feels like you should be able to, but anything's always possible in this silly game that we play. How much more land do we have to take? Oh, there's a easy battle to win. This must give us like 1,000 war score. Killing 32 guys, it's got to be like 1,000 war score, right? 1. And she was leading the army. Why did we not win that? Come on. We just need the title, right? We don't need a full control in force. Okay. So now we can create Armenia. So now we have Armenia. Will this guy take a vassalization under religious thing? He says you are above your vassal limit. Well, it seems oddly specific that he has a gripe like that. All right, we have Georgia, we have Armenia, we have Pontus, we have Anatolia, we have Nicaea, we have Thessalonica, we have Hellenes, we have Crete, we have Epius, we have Bulgaria, we have Serbia, we have Croatia, we need Venetia, we don't need Bavaria, we have Italy, we have Romagna, we can make Sardinia just for fucking lulz. Sicily is under our control, Burgundy is under our control. We are over our limit. If I say found an empire, why don't we wait until the next monthly tick so that if I do fuck this up, that just leaves Cyprus, right? Or do we have to have Syria is not part of it. Go ahead and found a new empire. It should, in theory, eclipse all the land of the Byzantine Empire, which I have decried that we have all of it. If it doesn't do what I think it does, we're just gonna have a power outage and figure out what's wrong. So let's go ahead and found the Grand Burgundian Empire. It does. That means the Byzantines are only owned there, which is huge. So now we shall have a coronation of all coronations in our capital. Do we need to be anointed in Rome, really? Pope not approve of this, seeking his approval. Hey, Pope man. Request appointment? Spend piety? Okay, Mr. Pope man. Anoint me, you motherfucker. You motherfucker. Interesting color choice by the game. Yup. Don't know why they chose this one, but they did. All right, so now the only thing we need to do is stay alive for one, and then oh god, this next part is not going to be fun. As long as we don't hold any kingdom titles other than Cyprus, we should be fine. I don't know though. I love a mucus green. Me too. Me too. Need 3PO. I don't want any of that. All right, now we're here. I want to get as much prestige as possible. Which one gives us the most prestige? Renown. This one. So we just need a prestige max real quick. And then we need to give away lands in a certain way so that shit isn't fucking wonky. Venice being big is not what we should have done. But whatever. I don't know if we can do this right or if I'm gonna fuck it up. I think I'm gonna fuck it up. Fuck it up, fuck it up. Rig it up, rig it up. Get it up, get it up. Get it up. Fuck it up. Rig it up. Can we get this event going, please? We can stop doing this and start doing that. Let's do this. Let's get our son actually involved. Fly him. So now we're getting even more renown. Pay this. Pay that. Pay that. Fuck it up. First I bought a chauffeur. Then I got a dipper. Then I know ones and I bought a dipper. 50,000 ones and we're gonna get them snippers. Oh, wow. Pope became Byzantine Emperor. Interesting. I mean, that makes sense because why not? You know? Pope became Byzantine Emperor. I said it. What do you want from me? A Byzantine Pope. Take a picture. He's Swedish too. Gotta love being able to leave work early. Welcome, Silver. How are you doing? How are you doing? Do we want this guy become our subject? To be honest, I don't care, but sure. If you want to be our subject, I'll be down to be your subject. 450 prestige. Sure, I don't care. More prestige. How much more prestige do we need? A significant amount more. 3,000 more? Sing a song. Sing a glory. Clean vehicles for 5 hours? Jesus, that's no fun. I'm glad you got them sparkling clean though, so everybody's now happy with you. Giving you all high fives all around. Sure. Great. Now we can wear a crown, put back the papal tiara on. Repair this item, repair the Bruce armor. Do we still have our phallus? Wooden phallus? Oh, fuck, chat. I let the wooden phallus break. The run is cursed! Emperor gets 1,500 prestige. Shape the realm. Construct 8 buildings. Go on a hunt. What is the one that's going to give us the quickest? We're not going to be able to ensure peace. Provide for the poor, support our knights, great hunts. Shape the realm. Sure. We have a ton of money, so we could probably get that done. I'm sitting here in a barn playing music, cleaning cars, and no one bothers me. That's good. What kind of tunage are we listening to? Sure. Everybody gets the loyalty. Embrace supporters defensively, sure. 4,000. Are you kidding me? There we go. We are legendary figure. Okay. Now we just need to deck on the Byzantines or Cyprus. We need to take Cyprus. Go here. Buy claims of Cyprus. I don't need the Byzantine Empire. I just need Cyprus. Of course, we can't take Cyprus, but we can take that. So that should then allow us to do here. Deck. He's probably going to excommunicate us, but I don't freaking care. We're going to raise up all our troops. And then we're going to pay that. Snooze the alarm. That was from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'm sitting in a... Yeah. No one bothers you. That's nice. That is pleasant not to be bothered. Alright. We're going to try to land on the north part of the island. And then hopefully by then our dudes will be back. Killed by you. Let's make... Why don't we just double sure? And just grab another guy. Nope. This guy? Nope. This guy? This Kumanian? Nope. We could send him a gift. And then invite him. Damn, we sent him a gift and he says, you know what? I need a little bit more cash. Which I think, fair. Loosen more stress. Alright. So we land. And then hopefully they haven't murked up too much. We're gonna wait a little bit of time. Then we'll get our bonuses. I'm not gonna ask for help. Looks like our friend has left us. Let's go here. They won't have the advantage. We should be able to wipe the floor with them. It's huge. Then we take Cyprus. Then we have to do the long road of dismantling the empire in a way that is only we control duchies and then we destroy a lot of titles. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. That isn't something I've really thought of. How are you, Kev? I'm doing good. We came back from Sweden. Sweden was nice. I enjoyed my time there. Let's take this and then we'll take Byzantine Empire. So now we're the Byzantine Empire. So if I go and I switch, hold up, chat. Make primary. Good. All right. So then we go to the Burgundian Empire. We destroy that. It's gonna cost 1,200 whatevers. All right. So let's let a month pass, and then I have a feeling that we have to then just go ahead and grant all of the kingdoms, like Bulgaria. We don't need any of the Bulgarian lands. We don't need Anatolia, Nicaea, Pontus, Crete, Georgia, Armenia. Can all get given away. And then we go and say grant vassalage there. And then we still have to fight we still have to fight ooh, I did not think about this. You still don't want to fucking... Oh my god. Why does this guy not want to be our vassal? He's like, I don't want to be your... I don't want to take a vassalage anymore because we fought an independence war. Yeah, that independence war was like 50 years ago. If I release him, does it produce a truce, a 5-year truce? Alright, we just gotta kill him then. Murder him. Timing is of the essence. We don't care about everything else. Time is the most precious. Use hook. So we'll try to get that done ASAP. Have him switch to that. The other thing we need to do is attack you for Jerusalem. We don't have 500 piety. There's got to be somebody who has a claim on this. Yeah, there's a ton of people. Cool. Invite this guy. Pay for his expenses, whatever. How's Sweden? Sweden was good. It was a nice place to visit. I wouldn't say it was like one of the top places I've ever visited, but what I did experience there was fun. I liked getting wined and dined by Paradox Interactive. That is nice experience. Do we need Alexandria? Am I misremembering that? We do need Alexandria and Palestine. Okay, so this is a twofer. This is actually huge. Let's go after those two things, and then we need to call in our allies. The old queen, the old bag, the old hag. She's not a bag, she's a hag. We're also gonna have to run a quick ad. Southeast Asian Empire, interesting. Sweden. Matrilineally, good. And then we'll call them into this war. Yeah, no, Sweden was nice. Hanging out with other creators was fun. I got to meet some creators like, oh, I'll tell you after the ad. Why are they doing this to me? That's personally so rude. I feel so victimized by this guy right now. Mercenaries. Go ahead and hire some mercenaries. Make sure. Let's get a better commander in here that isn't me. So we don't, well. It's a decision by them. Yeah. That's a stack wipe. You love to see it. What ad? This one right here. So we're gonna land, take that. Their army is absolutely ka-chowed. You love to see it. Love a good ka-chowing. Oh, this guy is almost dead. Can we get a better opportunity? No. This is our only opportunity, unfortunately. And he won't vassalize, really? I feel like he fought in an independent war should not have stayed on this long, but whatever. Am I immune? Maybe. I mean, I like traveling abroad. I wouldn't say the first place I would go was Stockholm. There are much better places to visit than Stockholm, in my opinion. My niece was taken prisoner. It's rude. Okay. For example, I would say like any of the other major cities are probably in Europe are much more cool to visit. I've never been to Paris, but I've been to London and Rome. I enjoyed those times. There's a lot more history going on there. I also think Stockholm's sick, but unless you have a person to visit there, it's really not that crazy. Retain Constantinople? Do we not have Constantinople? Okay. One more thing. Just go Cairo. Is this guy dead yet? No. He's like so close to death. Lost in the lust. He's lost in the sauce, as they say. He's sauceless and dossless. New countermeasures have been put in place. That's fine. We're at 15. Let's push it. 73% chance. He's dead. Huge. Lose some stress. Great. this war is over. Great. Enforced. Great. Great. All the glory is back. This guy. Send a gift. Shows great. We could do the restore this. We just need to send that guy a gift. Send him a gift. And then Emir is in a war? Why are you in a war? Who's putting you in wars? Are you attacking or defending? Can I help out? Can we help? Can I arrange a marriage between my son and your daughter? Great. And then I'll come help you in this war. And then you'll stop being in the war. And then I can do the things I need to do. And then I can stop doing this stupid run and be happy for once in my life. No, welcome back for the ads. Thanks for your time. I can't help you, Sweden. I'm sorry. Are you not? You're a tribute. You has not. But I thought we became allies. I guess we could just declare on the land that they're being... Can't have a war for something if you don't have land that you're trying to conquer, you know? You know? I just need this one piece of land left. Oh, he's out of the war. Offer this. So now he's great. That's back. We love that for us. Okay. So Sweden was sick. The food not very good, but that's to be expected in a land full of white people whose people didn't invest in spices and all that. I think, may God help us. Who is this? What is this? Wildfire? Wildlife is in flight? Where is this happening? Earthquake in Dabar? Is the beer going to be okay in Dabar? Where is Dabar? Dabar. May God help us. Dabar is being attacked, which is terrible. But it was really fun to meet. Like, I met Laith in person for the first time. I met Jillian. I met Tarkus. I met some other guys. Soul Tomato, Koi Fish. I met Spiffing Brit, who was very chill guy. Everybody was really chill. That is the wildest thing. Is like, I know we're all Paradox creators, but sometimes, who knows? Sometimes people aren't that chill. But everybody was very chill, which is good. You can have these titles. Grant that. Alrighty, so we need to restore Rome. We need Latium, which we have. Venetia, which we have. Can I just revoke? You know what I could do? Grant certain titles away. Spiffing Brit, love him. I mean, yeah, him and his wife were very nice. Unfortunately, Allison wasn't able to go because she had work. But would have been nice for them all to hang out and meet and stuff like that. Let's just go ahead and destroy these titles so we don't have them on the books. I know this is destroying our legitimacy, but we don't need the titles anymore. I guess we could just grant them away. I don't actually need to destroy them. No. I like destroying them. Destroying them makes sure that they're not in our purview. We can destroy this one, and we can destroy this one, and we can destroy this one, and we can destroy this one. Oh, this one's already been given out. So why don't we give this guy, go ahead and grant this guy independence. Let's go stress this out. Goodbye. Overshared or rakish? I'll be lost in the list. That's okay with me. Let's continue to be lost in the list. Visit a brothel. There's some stress there. Okay. So now we have Anatolia. Cyprus is not technically important to us, but We still have that. We don't need... We could give actually... Let's create this Bulgaria again. And we'll go ahead and grant the title of Bulgaria to somebody. Bulgaria. Grant. And we can grant him... What? We don't need... I guess we didn't need to destroy those titles. That wasn't clearly necessary. Just make a big Bulgaria. Big old Bulgaria. Do we need to completely control? Is that what the term... What does the term say? It says completely control, right? Completely control. So is there any part of Croatia that is not completely controlled by you? No, I think it is completely controlled, which is good. There. This is the very boring part that nobody needs to know about. Grant vassalage over this. Nope, that's unfortunate. We're gonna have to take this away from you. He does like us, so we can retract vassal lease. This one. What? We got the lover's pox, that's fine. Let's go ahead and grant vassalage over this guy. Okay. We don't need this part, right? No, we don't. We can also go do this. Unfortunately, that is... Fuck me. Ah! So sorry. Can I just get that really quickly? Can I take that guy back for you? No, I don't want to grant. I want to retract. I'm gonna go ahead and just retract this guy really quickly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And then can I go to you real quickly? Retract vassal to this person. Yes. Thankfully, everybody really likes us. That's the good thing. That's the good things. Grant vassal, this person there. Now we can go back to giving you back Bulgaria, all that land. Grant vassalage over this person. Bang. Fortunately, Cap 1, Apulia stay. Latium stays with us. Genoa stays with us. Venice being so big is problematic, but hopefully that doesn't cause a problem. It might, but we'll see. This is kind of annoying that it's all one nation, but it's about to be... I could murder the person and then that changes things. Let's do this and then offer that. Can I demand surrender in a war? How dare you? Of course, that makes sense. Okay. So Bulgaria, we have Croatia. What's the other lands we need? Croatia, we need Venice, and we need Emilia, or Romagna. Which Romagna is split 7 ways to hell. How did I do this way? I don't know. I just did. Can I go ahead and actually get another one of your vassals back real quick? I'm so sorry. I'm gonna need to retract this vassal from you. Yep, it's tyrannical, I know. But it's okay. We're homies. This guy, on the other hand, does not like me. But if I demand his conversion, will he like me more? And I don't know, guys. The power just went out real quick. I'm so sorry. power just somehow transitioned out. I don't know. I don't know how the stream is still running, but the power went out real quick there. Really, really weird how that happens sometimes here. But we'll get the game back on here in a second. Bruce cam can go off because Bruce is not longer there. It's gonna take us a second to get this back online. Crazy how that just yeah, crazy. You hate to see when the power goes out randomly. So strange. Why did we die there? Because of the stress, I assume. But we had Know Thyself, so it shouldn't have been an issue. I mean, we should try to restore Rome and see if it restores it big or small right now, and then we can turn off the power real quick again to see if all my work needs to be done the way it is. Damn, this short almost has 100k views. Oh, come on. I feel like this loading time gets longer and longer every time. It'd be interesting to see when what the new artwork that is the loading screen artwork will be. My guess is, I forget if I need to read the fine print on the event itself, because the Byzantines technically only own, right now we only own Cyprus as the Byzantines, but we do control more of it. Okay, I'm gonna need to head out now. Enjoy the rest of the stream and your day. Thanks, Notebook. Have a good evening and a good rest of your weekend. We're so close on this bullshit. Okay. Come on. I feel like we should play some EU5 soon. Jesus. Okay. We're going to press the button, and then if it doesn't make a small room, we might have to call it for today, because I don't know if we can go through double loading screens, but I think all we have to do is just give up the land and not have any of the kingdoms under our control, completely under our control. If they're completely under our control, then I think things will not go the way we need them to go. But if they're slightly not under our control, I don't actually know how the de jure drift works when clicking the button. I don't know if it's like if you just completely control them or have to have the title. But we'll see. I think it's that you have to completely control them. We'll see here in a sec. Unfortunately, having a greedy character was kind of the big misstep here. Okay. Yeah, having him greedy was a big misstep. Because that doesn't, it kind of fucks us on some stuff, but whatever. Let's go and grant this guy vassalage over this. We don't need this lands. We don't need Tuscany, right? We do need Genoa. We do also need to get this land back. That's right. Let's try to demand his conversion from here and see if he'll like that. Blessings be good to God. So he likes us a little bit more. Restore the papacy. Wow. No, I don't think I've ever seen the restore the papacy decision. Interesting. You can still queue up the world tours, but you have many free gold and prestige for a homeless person for 80 years. That's good to know. Let's go ahead and track this vassal. And then can I go ahead and just retract one more vassal from you? This vassal. Yes. All right. So now we have that vassal. We'll give him to grant vassalage over this guy and this guy and then this guy. Okay. That's all good there. Next we go and grant vassalage back to this guy. So that's all done. Genoa we gotta keep. Venezia is all run by one guy, which is weird. So maybe if we can grant, we keep creating Emilia and then granting it to who controls like a large swath of this guy. Grant Emilia. So now Emilia is its own thing, and now Venice should be a little bit more busted up. So we can go and grant vassalage over that guy, and Piedmont, and Savoy, and this, and that, and Bavaria, and for whatever reason, because we own land up here, Yorkshire, and this. And Apulia owns that. We just need all of Croatia, Georgia, Latium, this one, this one, this one. What lands do we need here? This is the painstaking parts. We need Athens and Thessalonica, I think. So the rest can get given away. Which we can go and say, can I revoke a title? Just want Athens from them, but they'll not be happy for that. We also just need to take them out. Maybe some time. Just let some time pass. We are at good health right now. Let's see if we can find... No. Assign this, and let's see if our wife is good at intrigue. She's not, but a boy can dream. Catholics. Is the Pope back? Which is the Pope is happier again. That's weird. Let's go ahead and grant vassalage over this. She's about to die. She's in bad health, right? No. She's drunken, she's wounded, but she's not dead. As much as I wish it to be. So, is there anything that can give us better intrigue abilities? No. Food tasting, hostile, and scheme success. That's not this. Can we get a better spy master? Jillian, how are you? Raiders, welcome in. We're just about done. Hope you all are doing well. Grunto Doom, thank you very much for the follow. Sick Big Man, welcome, welcome. What are we doing? How was your evil run? Did you win? Did you lose? Dallas, thank you very much for the follow. The evil empire has arrived. Die cry. I was literally about to raid you, but That's so funny. Die, cry, hate. It went so great. Are you kidding me? No, but we're doing some stupid thing that all we're having to do is create the Byzantine Roman Empire. Orpheus, thank you very much. Hello, chatters. My name's Kevin. This is Due for Bruce. Who's Bruce? This is Bruce. Hope you're all doing well this fine day. Yeah, we got the Byzantine Empire after Fourth Crusade. Consequential, thank you. Hello. Bruce, yes. He is a potato. Thank you very much for the follow. Cardiff City Council. I don't know if the Cardiff City Council should have access to the internet like this, but they do. Bruce looks delicious. You shouldn't be eating my cat. Featherin, thank you very much for the follow. We are trying to form the smallest room. Currently, we've rigged it up so that we made this ugly ass Burgundy Empire, and now Cyprus is the only part of the Roman Empire that it still exists. But now we're starting to divide everything up in a way that we can then make the smallest Roman Empire possible. Do not eat cats. I agree. Ariel, thank you very much for the follow. So unfortunately, our character's old, and he's greedy, so he doesn't like giving up land. But I have to give up land, or else this doesn't work in the way I want it to. We also need to destroy like 2 more titles, I think. So let's go ahead and grant title. Or is that going to stress us out? Probably. Can't give him Thessalonica. We need to destroy Thessalonica. And we cannot give him Romagna. Can't give him Croatia. You can give him Burgundy, that's fine. Bodapedal, thank you very much for the follow. My little Roman Empire sounds so whimsical. Yes, it is whimsical, but it also isn't. Burgundy looking a big green. I don't know why the game chose that color. This is not me. I did not choose this color. Sometimes the game just comes in here and says, it's green. Thank you everybody for reaching our follow goal. Apparently I had set 1100 at one point. Thanks for pushing us to that little bit further. Kates, thank you very much for the follow. Dr. Cannibal, thank you. Boo Woot, thank you as well. We're trying to also kill this woman. We love women, but this woman needs to die because I will inherit her lands, and then I can divide them up more evenly in a way I need them to be done. Evil Annie, thank you very much for the follow. Bruce made me follow. Very, very good. Good. I'm glad he has that effect on people still. Sometimes he just bites me and I live in a fear of him, but sometimes he is cute. We already gave up Crete. What other lands do we need to hold on to? We need to have Athens, and we need to have Thessalonica, and we need to have Thrace itself. So we can go ahead and destroy this title, and we can go ahead and destroy Croatia, I think. I think that's all the kingdom titles, right? Other than Romagna can get destroyed too. Okay. The Empire is going through some growth changes real quick. Nobody realizes that I'm on the verge of blowing it up, but, you know, wouldn't that be so funny if the Empire, like, reformed itself only to be blown up and Cyprus be the only part that exists still? We'll see. We shall see. I was thinking of playing Victoria 3 today instead of this, but I wanted to get this run done so that I can make a video of it for next week, whenever that happens. This poor woman. I wish we didn't have to kill her, but that is life. Have you done Targus to save? No, I was gonna do a save, but when he said he was gonna be on site for an event or for a shooting, I said I'll wait until he's free and I can ask for assistance in person and live. Emperor goes into retirement, splitting the Byzantine Empire. Yes, very, very early retirement. These phases are quick, but I guess maybe that's what we should do in the future, is always do time, because time seems to always be the one that costs us the most. Holy Byzantines. We're getting an herbalist, which is nice. Let's go ahead and execute this. Guys, she didn't die. Oh frick, she didn't die, chat. Frick. Your voice makes me fall asleep. Well, buenas noches. Que les vaya bien. Capo, we gotta keep. Apuya, we gotta keep. I don't know if we need Friel. No, I don't think so. Grant Passage over this and Grant Passage over this. Time to convert to Lullard. I mean, it could be time to become a Lullard and convince them that way. Let's go ahead and just grant this guy independence. He's at war with one of his vassals. Can you just surrender in this war, please? How dare you defy me, you motherfucker. No. Why can't I just give you independence? Okay, I'm gonna go eat them. Take the dog for a walk. Nice. Have you considered eating the Pope? I have not. But the Pope was the Byzantine Emperor for like a hot second. We did have Stinky Pope Man, but he's no longer Pope. Hold up. What's going on here? Was he ever Pope? No, he was Pope. What the fuck? Wait, Pope inherits the title, destroys it, and then somebody creates it 2 years later? I've never seen that happen. Does that say he destroyed the papacy? Yeah, it really does. Guy got so pissed off that he hated being in charge of the Roman Empire or the Byzantine Empire only for like a hot second. He destroyed the papacy out of rage. Yeah, that one's new. I haven't seen that one before. I don't know how I did that. I mean, we have it all on tape, so we can see. This is really quite something now. Can we murder him? All right. Well, or just lose your war, dude. What is this war? Somebody's making some things. Can I wish I could send this person money. I could punish criminals. You imprison. You will imprison them? Oh, I have to fight them in a 1v1 duel? Oh, this is a mistake. This is a fucking mistake. If I die, they only have one prowess, so I should win this in theory. But this was a mistake. This was a huge mistake. Fool! Take this! And I'm victorious. Yay! Alright, now they've been captured. Does that end the war? I don't think it does. I think the war continues. The papacy just needs 2-year Fika. That's true. Papacy, the fatherland, if you will. Can we just execute them? That doesn't change what we need to do, right? They're dead. It does end that war, but I still can't grant independence, can I? I can. 71. Is that going to kill us? It might kill us. Whatever. Grant independence. By golly Job, it's done there. Do we own this? We did own this. Okay, so that's good. We only need Thessalonica. Or Thessalia? What land did we actually need? Oh, fuck. Don't tell me we needed... No, it's just Thessalonica. Okay, cool. So everybody else can get got. Grant title of these guys. Athens stays with us. This goes. This goes. This goes. Great. Let's go ahead and grant independence to these people. There was a power outage earlier